Hello and welcome. I'm Carol DeChaine. I'm an intuitive, a transformational life and business coach, as well as a multidimensional energy light worker. Today, it's the last one on health. And today I'm going to talk about raising your vibration. And you might think, what does that have to do with health? And I say, everything. As a spiritual worker, I know that when you raise above those negative, well, we call them negative, but the worry, the fear, the anger, and even the pain, if you can raise your vibration a little higher, all those things fall away. And what I mean by that is if you have anger, you can't do anything. You're so stuck in that anger. If you've ever been there, most of us have had angry at some point. You're there. If you have heartbreak, you're there. You can't work beyond that. You're stuck in the pain. If you have a headache or a migraine, you're stuck there. You can't think beyond that moment. And if you're depressed, you have no energy to move forward. If you're feeling guilt or victimized, if you're feeling anything that holds you in its thrall and that you feel like you can't get out of, you have no choice and no power. If you raise your vibration, you raise and shift up, you are going to feel totally different. If you've ever felt, just so you know what I'm talking about, if you've ever felt any kind of hope or joy or love that isn't, I'll love you if you love me, if you do something for me, but just love for something. If you've ever felt that deep emotion of just rising above, it feels lighter, doesn't it? It feels deeper than those other types that I was talking about, the anger, those. And science has actually said that it's a higher vibration of all things. They can prove it. There are 5 of them. I think one is gratitude, hope, love, joy, and peace. I think those are the 5. I could be wrong, but I know that at least 4 of those 5 are right. If you look at those feelings that you might have had in the past, really look at them. How did you feel when you had those? When you were really grateful deep down for something, for someone, for something that happened, a job you got, a person that did something for you, just for having someone in your life, a friend, a loved one, a relative. How did you feel when you felt that love deep down, or that gratitude, or that joy? If you've ever felt those, you know what I mean. You know that it does indeed feel like you're lighter, you're brighter, you are more connected to your spirit because you have shifted away from those things that pull us down. Those more, maybe they're more human, they're more three-dimensional kind of feeling. And when you raise up, you feel like you're in a different dimension. You feel lighter, you feel brighter. You have these amazing, joyful thoughts that maybe you normally don't have. I know that peace is a big one. One time I went to a seminar that I didn't know what to expect. It was on integrity and why we reacted certain ways and why we overreacted certain ways, which is why I talked about emotional roller coasters a couple of sessions ago. And when you're reacting a certain way, you do it automatically. So much is subconscious, it's learned behavior, it's habits. And when you start realizing that and you start making peace with some of those and you stop reacting the same way to everything, that's when you start having more peace. And after an intensive work of like 7 days of this stuff, or maybe it was 5 days, it was a lot of days, it seemed like, and maybe it wasn't that many. But by the time I got to the end of intensive sessions about integrity in that workshop, I was walking around with my mind almost like a blank. It was so clear. I didn't need to think. And normally, if you're like me, your mind races a million miles an hour. It was quiet. No money in the world will stop my mind from moving. I have trouble with meditations. I have trouble with everything. It's constant go, 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 go. To have it be so quiet up until that point, I'd never felt that, even in meditation. It was quiet, it was peaceful, And I felt at one with everything and everybody. I could feel everybody around me. I didn't judge anybody. I didn't even think words. I couldn't say words. I didn't want to let them out. I just felt this peace and I knew I had raised my vibration because I'd never felt like that before. When you have a love that transcends, or this peaceful feeling that you get, it can stay with you a lot longer than you think. And you might still have to work a little later after you get it the first time. Just even touching on it makes you go, oh my God, I want that again. I want that kind of feeling. I want that connection. However you get that, whether it's through meditation, through talking, even playing with the puppy, playing with your baby, whatever it may be, will help raise your vibration. Anything that makes you laugh, that isn't mean-spirited. Anything that makes you feel lighter is raising your vibration. That peace is that. It makes you feel deep and yet light at the same time. It's different. It's something that the deepest feeling of peace or joy, it doesn't come from outside, it comes from inside. They've said that all along, that you have to have it from inside you, but it's almost like it's way deeper than your mind. You can't talk yourself into these things. You have to feel your way through and allow your whole being to shift. The fastest way for me to do that is through spirit, to reach up as high as I can go and to connect to my highest source. To me, that's me at source rather than Buddha or Jesus, but whoever it is for you, whatever it is, that's feeling that you might get. If you don't and you feel like you're hitting a brick wall, breathe and then reach higher. If you feel like, highest you can get is talking to your deceased mother or father, reach higher this time. It's great to connect, but reach up even higher, as high as you can feel you can. Breathe into it. Allow it to permeate your being, to move through every section of your body, and breathe through it. Feel that peace or that love or that joy, the gratitude, whatever it is that you're feeling that is this, makes you feel lighter, like you're almost like you're in not an airplane, in a balloon, moving up higher and moving up higher, just floating up above some of these lower vibrational anger and fear and all those things. Don't let them join you. Take some time. Focus on raising that vibration and breathe through it. Because once you get there, it's addicting, let me tell you. If you've been in this amazing place where your mind is quiet and you just feel this deep feeling of peace, you'll want to go back there or at least find a new way to get there, because that feels like your home. The other stuff just is angst. It's just stuff. But this, it feels better and it will impact your health in every way. Your joy, this feeling, this depth will make your body start healing itself because you're in this amazing space. Your mind will get clearer. Your memory will start sharpening. Your focus will get better. All these different things that you need for your body will come into being if you raise your vibration higher. And if it's meant to be that you transition from this life into another, you'll be in a better space to do it because you'll feel more peace. You'll feel less fear and worry, and you'll know that you are connected and there's nothing to be worried about. Thank you for joining me here today. I'm Carol DeChaine. Please, by all means, if you like what you hear, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell notification if you'd like to know the next time that a video is posted. I always post at this point anyway, the Joy Corner, which is an I am affirmation for the week, as well as one other video of a variety of subjects. This month it was all about health. Last month, if you want to listen back, was all about money and finances and really looking at that for what it is and finding a way to move past maybe the reality that you don't particularly care for. Also, I'm brand new on the Instagram community under Connect to Joy. It's Connect, the number 2, joy. So please follow me there. And you can also find all sorts of information on my website at connecttojoy.com about life coaching, energy work. You can reach out to me for my intuitive readings, as well as seeing all of my other voice things like my podcast, which is Living Your Limitless Life. And I am looking for guests there. So if you listen and you think, this is something that I think I can connect on, by all means, do reach out and we'll see if we are a good match for you being my guest. Until next week, please remember you are already enough to have that joyful, limitless life that you desire.